This is clever. I just figured it out. You don't pick up the film. You duplicate the film. So now... Oh, maybe not. Oh. Is this it?
There's a burden in knowing. One you needn't feel.
Oh, that all hope is lost and that we're doomed to die on this red world? Yeah, bud. I know. Hey, what's up? And welcome back. I am Brant, and today we're playing more Viewfinder. We're pretty deep into it. This is part 4, and we're finally getting to Mirren's hub, which we just got a little glimpse of last time. It was rainy, and it was all an observatory, and there was brick masonry, and it looked really pretty, and it felt nice, and I'm really excited to go into there. There's some weird stuff with Mirren that we clearly don't know the full scope of yet, but it seemed like she was the project lead, and she focused everybody onto the same path, and she was really important to the project, but it might have also been her idea to clone Xiliang. So that's kind of a weird thing. While I was editing part 3, I did have the idea that maybe the last hub is not just Aliong, the clone of Xiliang, but he might still be alive, which would be interesting. I don't know how I feel about meeting up with a digital clone of a guy who's been trapped in this abandoned simulation environment for who knows how many hundreds of years or tens of years or whatever. Also, they gave us a camera. They got a camera. Just like all the other cameras, I found that you could kind of abuse it and just duplicate stuff a whole bunch, like this. Whoa. And now I have all these cameras that I got out for this bit. I dug up some 15-year-old cameras that I have. Whoa. Wow. So what a good bit. It's so fun. That's why I get the big views, folks. Let's get into the game. Also, I sort of discovered last time while I was hunting all of the mahjong tiles that I actually kind of maybe prefer mouse and keyboard on this game. Yeah, and so we've got like these cool science, like space exploration posters. Eruptions on Ceres. Let's check out the perimeter first. Oh, please give me a little bit of thunder. Just a little bit. What's going on over here? Telescope. Big lens. Yeah, I think I'm going to hopefully appreciate a lot of what Mirren had to offer, because it seems like we have some overlapping interests. Okay, filter select. Probably not going to mess around with that too much. And hopefully we get some damn answers. Okay, is this maybe more of their filtration systems? Math. These are math symbols. I've definitely seen them. CAIT. Aw, little cutie. It's a little dark in here. A little dim. Wind control. Need more trials. Prototype number 1. Prototype number 4.
I'm rather fond of this structure. It makes me feel tall.
What?
Higher and higher we go.
Oh, that's funny. At first I thought you were referring to this equation. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? That's very funny. Is this all you can come up with? It's a little harsh. You can tell Aaron didn't draw this one. Explore beyond the sun. Illustration of a telescope. Question mark. Oh, maybe this is the weather disruptor? This looks like what I would imagine weather disruptor might look like. I don't know if this is a kind of Gatling gun end to the barrel, or if maybe this is a depiction of a cannon sort of device, and then this is a cloud that is blasting out of it, because there's a cloud over here. atmosphere stability coefficients. Maybe go upstairs, see what's up here. Some more puzzle sets. Hey, Kate. Oh, wow. She's got some lenses and a flash and a little mini tripod. And again, another giant telephoto attachment. It's like 1200 millimeter or something like that, 1500 millimeter. Although really bad form from Mirren, she doesn't have the rear lens cap. You see, when you store a lens, you got your front lens cap, which protects the front elements of your lens, of course, but you've got this rear cap as well to protect the back. And you always want to put both on, so that way it doesn't get dusty and get a bunch of micro scratches and stuff over time. Not to mention you possibly bumping into it, or it rolls off the table, or any given number of things that could damage the elements of the back glass. That would be bad. In fact, I guess she doesn't even have front lens caps on either. Jeez. Then again, this is a computer simulation. She can just delete these and respawn them perfectly coded. A big plushy mouse. I like that they have built out this space to show that she really does have an affection for CAIT in a way that I don't think the other researchers did. You're right, Kate. It does make me feel tall. And then up here. Wow, there's so many puzzle sets. Last time, it seemed like there were more puzzle sets than the time before. And so I think they are just adding more and more as time goes on, as I get deeper into it. Oh, and now we're talking. Okay, we have a mountain here. We have some dry land. We have an ocean or something to that degree. Water is evaporating off the surface. And it is rising and going over here. There's some updrafts, I guess. Green, is that supposed to be light bouncing off of it? Right? Light hits the surface of the water, heating up the surface, allowing it to more easily evaporate. I'm guessing this is a cold draft coming in over top. And then here we have a cloud that is raining. We've also got what appears to possibly be rain here. And what is the yellow? No idea. Weather conditions. Control the oxygen and heat output. Relationship between magnetism, frequency, and climate. Huh. Okay. I never claimed to be a climate scientist. Oh my god, yes. Let me look through it, please. Please. So here you have your targeting optic, because if you're just looking through this big guy and you're trying to hit a particular star, you're going to have a really difficult time aiming it because you're so zoomed in that even just tiny little movements back and forth are going to have you sweeping across large sections of the sky. So you have this targeting optic here, which is zoomed in slightly, but far, far less than this guy. You can get a wider field of view, and it makes aiming way, way easier. Anyway, telescopes are super cool, and observatories are extremely cool as well. I would love to visit one. I've never been. There's one out in West Texas that I really want to go to. All right. Let's get into it and do some puzzle solving. I also really hope we get to see the outside world again, the red world. It's been a little while. Mouse. All right, what is our collectible this time? I feel like it's going to be something related to CAIT. All right, we need 2 batteries. There's one right there.
Those structures back there, they eluded Mirren. Unusual things, but useful in their own way. I wonder how you'll navigate them.
What structures? These? So yeah, you would think this would be really simple. Take a photo, and now we've got 2 batteries. We have a battery over here. I do wonder. Oh, hold on. I have a theory about how this is going to work. I suspect that these are like quantumly entangled. I think when I pick up this battery, it will also pick up that battery, and they will move in tandem with one another. Nope. Absolutely not. Okay, cool. Okay, alternate thought. Maybe this doesn't register unless the other one is also here. Or maybe in contact with it. No? Okay. Maybe they're just normal batteries. What's so weird about this then? Oh. What to call this violet infection? Oh. So maybe this whole wall looked like this stuff, this kind of stone material, but then it had all these flowers growing all over it, and it just turned purple. That's interesting to think about. Oh. Jesse! I would like to hear from Jesse. It's been a while. Examine. If I can't figure out what's going on with the purple wall before his next visit, then I'll have to explain to him its unintentional nature. I don't know what I'll do if I... It's not a glitch. Somehow I engineered the purple wall, which means its unusual behavior is a simple matter of an unbalanced equation that needs balancing. There's always a cause for an effect, no matter how unforeseen. All that's happened here is that a number is out of place. I will find it, and I will fix it. Okay, so this is a result of some variable she changed, or at least that is her hypothesis. And she is concerned because she doesn't know what caused this mutation. Aha! Collectible. What is this? Like just a ball? Mars. Oh, planets. Okay, that's fun. I like that.
I've been staring at the wall for hours. It's quite beautiful in the way that it imposes upon the sky. If you know where to look, you can already see that there will come a day when the blue skies we take for granted are gone, replaced by some other darker color. I know it in my heart of hearts. But there's something hopeful about that purple. At the very least, it's not red.
No, but it is red mixed with blue. So if our skies are going from blue to red, then they'll probably end up being purple first. I like the way she talks about it, though, and thinks about it. The background sort of atmospheric noise is really interesting in this place. It's a bit ominous, a bit menacing. But I do like the sound of it. Ah. Okay. So you cannot cut through it. Interesting. Then what I will do is I will have to walk around it. Oh, and I suspect that if this battery is made of the same violet material, I may not be able to duplicate it with a photo. I would like to test that before I leave.
You figured it out! Mirren would have been impressed.
That's not that difficult. But I appreciate the vote of confidence. Aha, yes. So it didn't appear in the photograph because they're made of this violet material. I like that. That's a cool complication. Say cheese. Next one. No photos. Okay. Examine. I didn't beat the infection. I transformed it, making the violet work for me in ways that will change everything. I've spent days playing with it like I did the first block set Mum gave me as a child. The kinematics of what I've created are mind-blowing. I've always told myself that people will only flock to you once your work truly pushes the boundaries of what they think is possible. With the violet, we can do that and more. We can show them how to build new realities with a substance that breathes like a living organism, replicates with all the elegant momentum of a machine, but doesn't destroy unless we want it to. I have to do big things with the violet. It's too monumental of a discovery not to put to good use. It's interesting that she...
I wonder how we're going to reach that teleporter.
Hold on, buddy. Good question, though. So it's interesting that she sees this violet material as such a monumental breakthrough, yet there has been no mention of it. At least I've not picked up on any mention of it up until this point. None of the other researchers have either been aware of it or have not spoken about it. Look at this. Kind of a wavy displacement. That's cool.
This is incredible. The system is self-learning, ever-growing. It can be used to build structures, new buildings, supported on its own energy. This could truly help push the principles of my research to new heights. I need to show this to Araya immediately.
What a fond memory. Mirren was so excited about her work.
Yeah.
Ambition is an infectious thing.
Okay. But you said that in a way that sounded kind of sad. Whoa. That's cool. It's reacting to me. Violet air filtration architecture? Question mark? Okay, we have a roll of film that we need to get to. We can cut through this, theoretically, if we had any sort of film. Incredible how it breathes. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Okay. Project that. It's so big! Pick up cube. Oh, yeah, sure. Platform. All the better to stand on. This is very quickly becoming a rat level, which all the old heads know what that means. I always thought of them as level lord levels, but I don't think they were exclusive to the level lord, and I don't think those are the only types of maps that he made. So I don't really know why I have that strong association with him and rat levels, but I do. Okay. Yeah, it just totally clears it. Great. Now... I could probably take a photo of this and project it over here. Get as close as I can.
There it is. Another brilliant workaround.
Yeah. Thanks, Kate.
Where's that ringing coming from?
Down.
You made it!
Hey, Jesse. What's up?
I'm so happy. Nice work.
Thanks.
You're near the end of this wild maze. At least, as far as I can tell. The weather disruptor must be around here somewhere. It's Mirren's life work, right? She must have stashed it away. Find it, and let's get you out of there.
The weather disruptor. Mirren's life's work. I see. Mirren and the others developed a lot of potential solutions for your current climate worries. I'm sure one will be useful. Yes, I'm sure.
You sound decidedly unsure about that. I had a thought at some point. A lot of ideas come to me when I'm editing these videos. I had a thought that, like, what if I am Ah Leong and I've been still in the simulation this whole time, and they have placed me in here to figure out the solution, but they've already left. Although I don't know why the character, wouldn't remember them, because he clearly interacted with them in some capacity. Broken. Revisit later. Appreciate the view. You made this. You can master anything. It's a nice view. It is starting to click for me that this particular cup was always Mirren's cup, because she was so attached to CAIT. Red light. I had no photos. Okay, there is a photo over there I can pick up if I can get to it. Note. How high can we reach? Not even the sky can limit us. Yeah, because that tall-ass ladder that we were talking about last time. I built the ladder today with several thousand rungs. It rose higher than... This was Mirren's big idea. If we just build a giant ladder, everybody can climb away from the climate problem. Okay. We have what almost looks like a platforming section, but surely not. Is there a path I did not go down? Yeah, down here.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions.
Nostalgic. Film. So we've got our developing room. Okay, now the question is, where is the best location to use this? I think it's probably here, because here gets us to the other photo. This alone would not get us far enough to get anything else. So I'm hoping... Ooh, I wonder if there's something over there. That looks like a area that I could walk on. Yeah, so I kind of have to hope that this photo has a longer pathway. Yoink. Aha! This has two pathways. Something like that. Let's go, Kate. Come through.
Looking around me now almost feels like seeing into the future. How exciting! To think that one day our cities could look like this, could breathe like this. It's never too early to change the world.
Okay, I really do want to test going over there. Okay, maybe if I jump from the handrail section. Oh yeah, I could definitely make this. Okay. Now over here. Hey, I did make it. Is there anything hidden over here? A post-it note? there's different music playing now. Does this just happen if you're in the level long enough, or does it only happen if you come down here? I don't know. I don't think there's anything else here for me. Maybe the music just plays if you're here long enough. It's nice, though. Okay, let's skedaddle. Another set?
Remind me a lot of Mirren, you know?
Thanks.
Always
I think.
taking new information, mastering it quickly.
Yeah, I try.
Ingenuity. From what I've gathered,
Yeah, oh, there.
passion to strive forward is the first step to accomplishing many things. Mirren always loved her research corners.
Yeah, I'll take all of that as a compliment. Your discoveries will be published in a revised edition someday. Useless junk for Arleon to play with. Okay, there's a battery. And we need 2 batteries inside of this cage. I'm gonna go ahead and take 1 photo. And I'm going to try to project it inside of the cage. And hopefully it will drop onto the platform. I was nowhere near close enough. There we go. And then I'll just have to do that one more time, and then I'm through. Object number 14, Violet Rise Project. This might be the one.
All this work. I see now that it's only part of the solution. What we need is a grounded catalyst that can place full control over the atmosphere directly into our hands. A machine to offset the Rise Project's nitrogen emissions. The missing piece of the puzzle that will bolster the architecture's weaknesses. Kate, can you archive this batch of results? I've a brilliant idea that I need to diagram.
And actually what I can do is I can just take a photo of this. I can just project it on top of that one. Nice and easy. Why do they give me so many photos? I feel like I'm missing something because of it. Hey, Kate. 1 battery. We have 2 zones, 2 areas to explore. 1 log. Okay, there's a battery. I can't take a photo of it because it's violet. So I think I have to carve out the space underneath it. I have 5 photos to do so. Okay, so right about there, and then I'll need something to catch it so I can run over and grab it. What's going on over here? Rise high. I really like the idea of high buildings for my space. It makes me feel so great when I sit out and gaze into the distance. More space for my thoughts. Yeah, well, good thing you wrote raindrop 20 times. Building block set for Mirren. Should make for better modeling tools than your photo developing chemicals. Pick up the painting. Oh, a rothko.
Okay, I do have a first build. I can't say that I'm happy with how it's turned out, but it is a start. That counts for something. Okay, I'll run the test just to have the data. After that's done, we'll leave this workspace behind and begin again.
Okay. I'll be honest, I don't really know how to use, like, what to use that for. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Unlike this will be a bit simpler. And then cut through it. Thank you.
Well done. I was wondering how you would tackle this solution.
Let's go ahead and project this just to see it.
Artful gift from Mirren, no doubt.
Yeah. I guess so. Anything in it? What is that musical hit? That orchestral hit? I'll drop into it. That's probably the easiest way to do that. Interesting. Each room has its own... Oh, maybe not. Oh, maybe it's a maze. Truly. Neptune. Thank you. Film. Oh no, we have to go deeper. I'm not sure I accomplished a lot with that. I do like the score of this location. It's kind of cool. Ugh. Interesting. Okay. We have another telescope. A lot of violet. Ooh. This is towering over me. I've got one photo. And I need to flip that lever and stand on that teleporter. Ah, yes. This is a trust exercise. We know that when you take a photo, it captures everything in the field of view, even if it is blocked by things. So we know that this will take photos of the transporter and the lever. We can come back here to kind of project it forward a bit. There we go. Now we have the whole system in play. Pull the lever.
Solution. True freedom from constraints.
Thanks, Kate. Got a log?
I've been pondering about your search.
Yeah?
I'm wondering, this weather disruptor? I know of it.
Okay.
If I'm right, then you're not too far away.
Great.
Tell me, is this your solution to heal the world?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it, Kate, except that it's called a weather disruptor, and Jesse really wants me to find it. Whoa. You can do a little bit of rotation and tilting on objects. I did not know that. Solving Mirren's puzzle. Okay, what do you have, Mirren? Four-sided cage. No way through top or bottom. Become a pencil. See Leong's suggestion. How does a pencil lift a battery? Critical flaw in an otherwise genius plan. Turn the battery into a pencil too. Brilliant. Si Leong strikes again. I think we're in danger of losing the plot here. Thank you, Haraya. Si Leong continues to insist that his pencil idea has merit. Suggestion, use the camera. Me. Si Leong on using the camera. No. Si Leong and Haraya continue to refuse hints from Mirren. We're going to be here a while. Pick up. Pluto! Not a planet. It's a dwarf planet, but it's cool. I like Pluto. Pluto has the largest moon, Charon, compared to its own size. Charon is basically about as big as Pluto. Might as well be. As far as anybody else is concerned. Okay, we have a battery here, a violet battery that we can't... Oh, so this is Mirren's puzzle, it seems. We have a violet battery. We can't take a photo of the battery. It's trapped in this cage, so we can't carve out the bottom to drop it anywhere because it'll land in the cage. So we do have to somehow find our way into the cage. Might I whisper my answer instead? Oh, I'm reading this backwards, I think. Imagination? A sense of place is required. Rotation must play a part. To hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Okay, we're doing a little bit of poetry here. Haven't got a bloody clue, but do I get points for impressing you with poetry? Exactly what I said. Might I whisper my answer instead? What do we have? Solution submissions evaluated by the genius designer herself. Haraya. Not much of a guess. Imagination is a must for everything we make here. Number 2. Close but no cigar. What was her second one? Rotation must play a part. Close. So rotation is related-ish. Possibly. Aliang. A fine quote. Oh, interesting. It's odd that it's Haraya Aliang and Aaron, but not Celiang? I don't know what to make of that. A fine quote. Points awarded. Cheeky. Aaron, getting closer. I'll allow it. If anyone can impress me with design talk, it's him. Okay, so a sense of place is required is getting closer, and then he whispers the solution, and she says, that'll do. That will work. Whatever he whispered. Okay, we have a log here. I'm just going to explore the rest of this first. We have another log. Okay, I will listen to this log first.
Despite the wonders of this complex machine, it doesn't solve the root problem of the increase in UV exposure and a decrease in oxygen output. It's a plaster on an open wound. I need to brainstorm further. Kate, can you note this annotation? I'm going to try something different. Actually, wait. Let's get a photo instead.
Collaboration always sparks innovation. You're collaborating too, with someone. The phone call.
Thanks.
They're lovely.
Yeah,
I hope the two of you find your own sparks of innovation together too.
sure. I can listen to Mirren talk all day. I love her accent. It's so nice. Kate has a good voice too.
Safe to say the party was a success. Alabang was right, as much as I hate to acknowledge his genius. I enjoyed myself, but there's still work to do. Kate, can you compile the solution submissions? I want to have a laugh going over them again later.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Safe to...
She said Aluang was right. How to handle this? Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, I figured it out. I think. Which is to take a photo of this system, move it by projecting it so that the battery pad is right here and the teleporter is right here. If you can't, there is no way to take this out. So what you have to do is take this and push it in. Yes. And it's interesting. She said that rotation must play a part. Mirren said that was close, and it's close because you take this and you do have to rotate it right here. So rotation does play a role, but it obviously misses the crucial detail, which is what you're rotating. I think this should work. It's a little bit awkward. Again, I have no idea why they're giving me so many photos when I think one should suffice. Hey, look at that. We're puzzling. I love that for me. Damn, Kate, you don't even compliment me on my solution for that one. You did on the easy ones, but that one was actually quite a bit tricky. I'm just glad I figured it out relatively quickly. I didn't want it to be like that one puzzle where I was jumping off the map over and over and over again. I don't think this is quite going to work. Unless not quite what I needed. That would really kind of wore me down a little bit. Okay, we have 3 planets. Well, 2 planets and a dwarf planet. Optional challenge. Well, don't mind if I do. I love an optional challenge. I'm sorry, what am I hearing? Is there a bird or something? Hello? There is something in this tree, but I cannot see it. It is invisible. Okay, 4 batteries. Goodness. Okay, 2 shots. Venus. We've got a cage on all sides. We have a battery inside. We have 2 shots. The first thing that you would obviously try to do is take a photo of it, project it out here, and that would give you one that you can access and one that you cannot. And then take another photo, and that would give you 2, but that is clearly not enough. We're missing one. So I wonder if there is another roll of film somewhere that we can use to double the 2 to get 4. I swear it has something to do with this animal that is chirping. It must. Oh, we're really puzzling. Oh, you know, okay. No, okay, this is clever. This is clever. I just figured it out. You don't pick up the film. You duplicate the film. So now, oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Because we need some way to double that. And just doing 1 for 1 is not going to cut it. Damn. I thought I was so clever with this solution. If only I could... If only I could do that. That'd be right there. Oh, you know what? Okay. Okay. This is clever. And I was partially on the right path. Okay. Hold on. Brain is braining. You need to do this. This way, when you project it, you are able to get a new roll of film, and you are able to get a battery. And you can just kind of keep doing this, I think, in perpetuity as needed. Although it is a bit tricky, but it should still be back there. It's just awkward. Yeah, it's still back there. Okay, great. Thank you. Not a problem for me. I am an expert at platforming. Okay. And one more. Well, at this point, I could just take a normal photo of it. Damn it. I want it to be cool. Okay, and then that's it. And you know what? I'll take this film just for good measure. That was a good optional puzzle. I really liked that. Painting? What does that look like? It required some lateral thinking. Painting? Yeah, alright. Let's try painting. Let's see how that goes. I do like the black and white though. Okay, just to see how it goes. Oh, that's nice. Slightly stylized, but otherwise looks pretty similar. Though her music is not to my taste, I must admit that Haraya is magnificent with her guitar. She's promised to come by and play for us all here again. Aoyang was happy to see me excited, though I suspect we look forward to her next jam session for quite different reasons. He greatly enjoyed her song choices, but I was simply grateful for the way forward she inspired in me. Sound waves, acoustic vibration, to be precise. For some time now, I've struggled with how to resolve the distance issue, but sound can travel faster than light. If we can extend the right frequencies, then atmospheric control can be ours. I have more tests to perform before sharing my theories with others, but I haven't felt this invigorated since my first successful Violet build. Onwards and upwards. What's the distance issue? And she's saying that sound can travel faster than light. Is that just in a particular medium? Faster than light. It's kind of a curious label because light travels at the speed of causality. That is a more appropriate term for that speed, and that is light in a vacuum. It travels at the speed of causality because light is massless. I think there are conditions under which light can travel slower. I don't really know how sound can travel faster than light, unless you are just dramatically slowing down the speed of light. I don't know. Go ahead and elaborate, Mirren. Because I'm kind of unclear on how you're reaching that conclusion. What? There's a radio. Hey, you're on the TV! So cute. Okay, so... Oh. So we're using sound to activate these triggers. Okay, good. Good to know. We have one activated. We need 3 to activate. 3 separate sound devices. I cannot activate them by standing on them, presumably. What if I... Okay, so it has to be a louder... Oh! It has to be a louder sound. I can just take photos of the radios. I'm sure.
Brilliant! A great way to communicate.
It's interesting, that's a sure.
Does this mean when I practice my guitar, you'll be able to give it a listen?
Let's not push it, alright?
Okay, Haraya's guitar, one of her many. It's nice. Looks kind of like a Fender Stratocaster or something like that. Pretty floral pattern though. Green is kind of an uncommon color for those sorts of guitars, I think. I don't know. Yoink. And here you go.
Sound is such a funny thing. Mirren shared with me that it travels faster than light.
Yeah, how exactly is that? I do like this painterly effect. It's pretty cool. I do wonder if it'll inhibit my ability to read things if I have to. Oh, how am I gonna do this? Because this one is on a wall. Then again, if I project it like this, it should be rested. Okay, that worked. I just cut off the filament. Okay, this one kind of makes sense why they would give you multiple extra photos in case you wanted to build out a path to get close. But I'm a gamer. I can do it in one fell swoop. Yeah. Okay, now we align this. How'd I do, Kate? On my way. I hope I didn't miss anything there.
Everyone deserves to have a bit of fun, even in the throes of work.
Oh yeah, sure. What is George Foreman grill? What the hell?
A beat that just makes you want to get up and dance. I'd also power a teleport out of here.
Yeah, sure. It's a little bit of an odd audio clash having this play while the kind of ambient background music is playing as well. X. X. Okay. Inside the parentheses, outside the parentheses. Oh, is this like an early prototype of the radio? It does look a bit like it, just in white instead of in red. Okay, and X outside of the parentheses. And X inside the parentheses. Day trip. Out on Pluto. Experience eruptions on Ceres. Explore beyond the sun. Scream. Edvard munches the scream. I will take that. An original. This is going in my apartment. I hope you enjoyed the plants. These are the soil filtration results I mentioned. All right, presumably this will be some sort of bonus, but will not contribute to the final solution. Whoa! The scream is, in fact, screaming.
Det deilig hvordan det lyser liksom brytes gjennom buskene der nede. Den stille.
Are they speaking Simlish? I do not recognize the language, but it was also a little hard to hear over the screaming. Okay, what do we need here? Oh, we just need to power this. Okay. Well, yeah, that shouldn't be hard. I could do that with the scream, or I can do that with this, take a photo of it, put it over here, flip the lever, and it'll work. This one's a pretty simple solution, I think. A new day of signal frequencies. Naturally, the answer was there, right under my nose. If I hadn't pressed Alyung to get the signal working, then I might have kept going around and round in pointless circles for who knows how long. Another reminder to trust my instincts. They're rarely, if ever, wrong. What is this? X in range, out of X, out of range. Okay. Meaning that in range, out of range, out of range, in range. So I guess it's saying from this emitter, this is in range, this is in range. It's showing me the perimeter at which the sound is strong enough to activate one of these sensors. Whereas here it is out of range, out of range. I'll just use scream, even though it sounds terrible. But I don't have to stick around for too long. Didn't use any of my photos. I'm on it. Jesse!
Good to hear from you, bud. You've got to be close now. It must be coming up.
Sure.
Man, I wonder why they abandoned this place. Everything has been so bizarre. Well, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Go for gold.
Sometimes
Yes, Mirren's final project. I had nearly forgotten. I think... Never mind. You still have some way to go. Let's carry on.
Kate, stop doing that. Stop leading me on by saying, like, something weird. No, you know what? Nothing weird happened here. It's fine. Just don't worry about it. Because you're my friend, and you're here now, and I've been here and for so long, alone. Are you Aliung? Tell me, Kate. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I sometimes forget how much Jessie is. Her enthusiasm is real weird to me. It just feels really unnatural. What do we have here? Okay, we have a sound detector and a sound emitter. Okay, so this is like an extension. Let's say I turn this on. I can then project this, and that will detect this, and then start playing out here. We have one primary emitter, and we need it to reach all the way over here, and we'll do that with extensions. Simulated darkroom paper. It might seem a little silly that Mirren is going to all of these lengths to have a analog film darkroom development sort of process, but people do this in Blender, right? In Blender, you have your default camera, and you can just render an image out of that, and it's cool. But when you have an emulation process that goes through optics and stuff like that, it looks different. It looks slightly more analog. There's also film emulation stuff, like what I'm applying to my face cam now, that looks a lot better than the default webcam image. It goes through things like different film stocks and halation and bloom and all these can kind of add up. Once you have a bunch of systems that stack on top of one another, a product can emerge out of it that is complex and nuanced, and that happens with film emulation. She's just going to the step of emulating the real deal. So all to say, I respect it. I think it's cool.
This has to be it. The rods work to absorb weather conditions. The electronic output stimulates carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen molecules in the air, assisting to promote rain or snow. Oh, it's nearly perfect.
Nearly.
I didn't believe I could get this far. Even Lueng doubted me.
Lueng?
I just need a few more tests. Just a few more.
Got anything to say about that, Kate? Here's the sad thing. The sad thing is that Mirren sounds very excited and sounds like this is a promising solution. But if it were such a good solution, she would have come out of the simulation and built it and saved the climate. And it would have worked already. So I don't know exactly what we're hoping to find that Mirren wouldn't have already tested and disproven at some point. I don't know. Too far. Oh, I've got 5 photos. Okay, I can play this pretty close then. Or honestly, I could just take a photo of this and move it over. Oh, does this sound a little weird? Do they keep sounding weirder if I keep passing it along like this? What the hell is this? Ah, I see. This is in violet to prevent you from just taking this photo, moving it over there. It wants you to suffer and struggle. A little bit. Okay, that works. Cool. Moving along. Hi, Kate. Fluid mechanics. Mass flow rates. Sound waves through vapor. Clouds. Pick up map? Yeah, don't mind if I do. This is our weather disruptor, potentially. Sound and vapor. Sound and vapor. Sound and vapor. Okay. We have a pressure plate. And we have a battery. So we need something to keep this pressure plate depressed. What's going on here? Whoa.
I wonder, is this how your world appears from a bird's eye view? It's
Not really,
spacious.
but sort of.
Does it still look like this?
I mean, you have to understand this is a simplified view. Doesn't look exactly like this. Oh no, I'm trapped behind a legend. Is there anything for me to collect in it? Like this? Pick up icon. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I've almost worked my way out of here. I'm just gonna replace the map. Maybe something like this. And then I just need a ramp to get me high enough to reach that. Now we're talking. Oh. I was thinking about just dropping this, but that's not a mechanic in this game. So instead I have to project this. Oh. Oh, this ramp is super helpful. Glad that's here. Hey! That's not supposed to be Jupiter, is it? Yeah, okay. That doesn't quite look right to my eye. Where's the Great Red Storm? It's been raging for like 200 years or something. Or probably longer, but it's been going for as long as we've been observing Jupiter. And it's not on there. At least I didn't see it. Maybe it was on the other side. Okay, well, none of this is in violet. So I could, in theory, just capture this, move it much closer. So that way the pressure plate is right here. And then I go yoink, like that. What are all these notes? Kinematics of weather events using light and sound? Dead end. Reimagine the equation. Light plus sound equals sound travels, light travels, whatever you say. Okay, well that's at least a lot closer and should work. Yeah. Coming through. Notes on the Lattice-Boltzmann method and the kinematics of sound waves. Particle-induced turbulence in the water cycle. NASA? Plus UKSA studies. Allgate Cloud Seeding Program Research Morocco. Yeah, so like I mentioned in an earlier part, cloud seeding is a thing that is possible that humans have done. It's just, I don't think it's like wildly effective. Yeah, it might be the kind of thing where it's only really applicable in very specific environmental conditions. Yeah, I just don't think it works super well. Otherwise, we would be doing it everywhere. A lot of places need rain. We'd be doing it in California where there's massive droughts. We could do it here in Texas where there's massive droughts. But we don't, and there's probably a good reason why we don't. Okay, so we have a sound detector, we have a battery, and a sound emitter. We have a pressure platform. So we could, if we need to, place this as an extension. And we have one photo charge. A lot of violet. And we just need to activate this. Seems like there's no lore in this level. This is just a puzzle for the sake of puzzling. Okay, something like that. That might be a little close. Oh, and it goes for a wait. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So we charge this up fully. Okay, we take a picture of it while it's fully charged. So that way we can move it over here, project it somewhere nearby, and it will continue playing as it depletes that battery, and we have to rush over to the teleporter while it's playing. There we go. Not too bad. Hold on, Kate. We have Saturn. You can kind of see the hexagon on top, which is an important detail of Saturn. The hexagonal storm, it forms a perfect hexagon on the North Pole. It's really cool. As far as I know, we don't know for sure why it's a perfect hexagon. We've never really seen it anywhere else. Really cool. Okay, sure. Computer interface. Shark.jpg. What kind of heathen spells it JPEG? Heinous. Hey, Kate. Okay, we have another photo as well. This is a teleporter and a few other devices. How many photos do I have? No photos. They don't even give me a camera, but they do give me a photocopier. Okay. Okay, well, let's start with the computer interface. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I'll cherish this.
You're welcome, Kate. Oh, he looks so scary. Kate, this is you if you're a human. Immaculate likeness. Oh, hold on. I need to give you stripes. All right, that is Kate as a human if I have ever seen it. Close, please. Whoa! It's a real cat. No offense, Kate. I don't think there's anything else I can do. I think that's the only interactive part. But that's fun. Okay, let's solve this puzzle. The only exit is in the photo. So we must use the photo for the exit. Let's go ahead and preemptively photocopy this. Just so we have some options available to us. I'll keep doing it. If I need a photocopy of something else, well, I can cross that bridge later when I get there. Now we have 5 photos to work with. Let's go ahead and project this out from here. Okay, so it needs to be powered. We need audio to hit this. Okay, we have a detector battery emitter situation again. And we have a platform and emitter. Okay, so one thing we need is we need to stand on a platform. But this does not have a battery, so this will not work on its own. As soon as I jump off, it's done for. Dunzo. I should probably start with the battery section first. Maybe I even start right out of the gate with the battery section. And we build our solution around this as a base. Just because everything else is closer in the image, so it'll be easier to position here, rather than positioning the really far away thing up close somehow. So we will need this pressure plate nearby. Great. And then I think we can just place this here or so. That should be close enough. Yeah. And then I can just run over and go through the teleporter. There should be just enough time. Thank you.
Weather is truly a fickle thing.
Oh, yeah.
Climate can impact every living and non-living thing. Impossible questions and impossible solutions. The hold it can have on someone. May I ask you a question Mirren often proposed to herself?
Please do.
Tell me, how does one heal the world?
It's a good question. Depends on what sort of harm the world has incurred. Some would argue that you don't heal the world at all because the planet is indifferent to its state. It does not care whether it is barren, a barren, rocky, no atmosphere ball floating through space. Earth does not care. But obviously all of the living creatures on Earth do. So do you heal Earth or do you make Earth more hospitable to the life currently on Earth? How you do that? Well, in our current state of things, a good start would be investing in green energy, particularly solar. Wind is pretty good. Nuclear as well. Nuclear is typically not the end goal. I think usually solar is viewed a little bit more as end goal. But the appropriate time to invest in nuclear would have been 50 years ago. However, due to a few different factors, largely misinformation and just public ignorance of the safety and the controlled waste byproduct of nuclear, it has been seen as a political no-go to invest deeply in nuclear, even though it would have been really good for us if we had done that quite some time ago. Now we've delayed the expansion of nuclear energy for so long that finally some of the other energy sources have sort of caught up in affordability. But I mean, that's a big first step, is having a sustainable fuel source that does not destroy the planet. However, in the hellscape that is America and the present day, even that first step seems to be a step too far for the authoritarian regime that is in control of America today. And the E.P.A. just recently basically said, yeah, I don't know. Greenhouse gases don't seem that bad. We think actually we should defund any sort of benefits to solar and other green sources, and maybe we should just like double down on coal. Maybe we should just double down on fossil fuels. That seems pretty sick. So that's sort of where we're at right now, Kate. So maybe the first step is to get rid of all the fucking idiots who control the government. Maybe that would be the first step in healing the planet. But, you know, I think that's maybe beyond the scope of the question you asked. But to answer your question in a slightly indirect way, maybe the answer to healing the planet is found in the people who occupy the planet. There you go. Optional challenge number 2. Okay, one photo. We have some large gaps. We have a teleporter on the far end. Okay. We have a little bit of geometry back here, and that's it. Huh. Okay, I have a theory. Oh, wait, but these are not purple. Okay, hold on. I have a theory on how best to do this. So I'm going to get as close to the edge as possible. I'm going to align this with the left side. I'll take this photo, and what I need to do is I need to project it on the right side, but also back to offset halfway. So basically it will overwrite this right half, and so basically I'll jump from right to left to right to left to right to left to right. That's my theory. Oh, okay, and so that whole end piece is in violet. Good to know. So something like this. Hold on, let me retake this photo. And basically the platforms need to be right on the edge of the photo, I think. This feels better. Yeah, now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Look at that. Uh-oh. Okay, well that is a problem. I appear to have run into a problem that I did not anticipate. I cannot make this jump. So this is not quite the right solution. But it did get me close. This is too large of a gap to just jump. So I will need this to be closer than this. But any closer that is means that this is not far enough, because that basically needs to be extended out this way as well. Quite a tricky proposition. Is there something underneath that may help? Okay, hold on. Idea. Maybe I will stay here. Do this. But maybe make it upside down? Somehow? I was just thinking, I saw that there was a sort of ledge there. I saw that. Ooh. And so maybe that'll give me a slightly more distance. But we're definitely struggling here on the far end. Although I could see how maybe if I rotated it slightly more, this could be something I could walk along. Maybe there's something to that. Yeah, this might be it. So something like that? I don't think it's flat enough. No, it is not. What if I place it upwards? Would that make sense? I don't think so. Maybe it involves getting a little bit of height and projecting it from a higher vantage. Oh, maybe taking a photo of it from there? That does feel like an intentionally placed platform. This frames it really nicely. Is that anything? I mean, it kind of sort of works, although now that I'm looking at it, it seems like because I've gotten some of the ground in the photo, there is a platform here that can give me extra distance. And I think that'll be really useful, even if it's just doing this. This might actually be a much simpler solution than I expected. Okay, maybe not quite right there, but that general idea. Maybe I need to do what I did previously, which is kind of align myself with the edge of the photo. I like that idea. Then I push myself forward some. Okay, it's a little too far down, but the spacing looks right. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, this is pretty much exactly what I did first time through, except I got a little bit of extra platform at the beginning. Okay, that was a great puzzle. It's very good. Rainbow. What does that look like? I do quite like the painterly thing. Rainbow. Oh, this is for After Effects users. This is colorama. No thanks. I'll stick with painting for now. Okay, we're approaching the end. There's another optional challenge, and then I think there's 2 up here. Is that? Oh, there's another optional challenge, and then there's 2 in here. Okay, so we have 4 platforms left, unless there's something extra that I've overlooked, which is good because we're already past 2 hours on this recording, so it's running a little long. Okay, 6 photocopies, no photos. Okay, we have 1 pre-taken photo. What is this? We have some stairs. We have the teleporter over there. We have a battery here. Okay. I do wonder what is down here. Oh, I could get there for sure. I can get there for sure. Now we're talking. Didn't even need to use any photos to get down here. Remember to sleep now and then, or else I'm taking this back. Fair. Mirren's a real coffee fiend, huh? Pick up Earth! I know that one! Signal faint. Allowing to adjust frequency. Okay. Probably missing some subtext or details with this signal frequency stuff. I need photocopies of this image. Similar to previously, I'm just going to keep photocopying. And just have a bunch to work with. Okay, so now I have 7 images. Where do we start? As I think similar to last time, it might be significant which element we begin with. Okay, well, clearly the battery dropped. How many batteries do I need? Is that 2 or 1? I'm a little unclear on that. I will use the full color image for the teleporter. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and drop this battery on it. It should be about the right distance. Okay, well, close enough. And then here, I think I can just do this and walk over to it. Basically. Okay. And I can do that again. To walk over here, I just have to make sure not to cut off the pad or anything. All right, pick this up, jump over here, jump over here. It's just 1. I will admit, this is a little bit of a mess I have made. Oh, and I have 1 here. I didn't realize it landed right here. Great. Supercharged. Going through. Photocopied. Oh yeah, I do not want that. That is just too low resolution for me.
Weather is...
Kate, you've already said this to me multiple times. Okay, we have 1 more optional challenge. Right here.
You can have one somewhere.
What do we have here? Okay, we have 1 battery, 2 photos. We have a gate blocking our path. So I'm just going to do this first to know what I'm working with. I'm going to cut through the gate so that way I can go to the other side, see what is needed. Okay, we need 3 batteries. We have a teleporter here. I will take this. What is this, Mercury? It is! We can access up here. Okay, so because we have 2 photos, what can happen is we can duplicate this battery to get 2 batteries. We can duplicate both of them to get 4 batteries. That uses up all of our photos. So that's enough to power this, but we're all out of photos and we need this to be rotated. So one of those photos needs to have 2 batteries over here, I guess. Maybe put them right here, take a photo of it like this, rotate it. That could give us 4 batteries and a correctly rotated teleporter. Then we just have to make sure that one of the photos cuts through this gate. And that's a tricky... it might not be that tricky. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Because we need this one photo to cut through the gate, but also allow us to reach over there. It needs to accomplish both things. And it needs to have the battery in frame. So let's do this. And no, I think it needs to have like a lot of the platform. Because I need it to be really wide. You got me bamboozled slightly. We can also take a photo of the teleporter like this, and then rotate it and drop it, and have both batteries right here or something like that. Maybe let's try that, I guess, and see if something is wrong with that. I don't know if I'll be able to get back using this. Ah! Okay, both the batteries are up, but I don't think I'll be able to get back across. Yeah. So we are no longer worried about cutting through the gate at the present moment. Okay, let's angle this a little bit so that way it ramps up and we can use it to jump. And actually, I'd probably want it to ramp up this way so that way I can always get on that that side rail if I needed to for a little extra height. Yeah, that looks much more reasonable. Battery. Now we need a photo of the batteries. We need a photo of the teleporter. Now we are all out of images. We need this, but we need this in a way that we can collect the batteries and we can access the teleporter on the other side. Maybe like this. Maybe we can get around that wall by going over here. Oh no, that fell down. So I'll have to redo that, but let's see if this is actually even possible the way that I hoped it would be. Okay, this is not as level as I had aspired to. So this will not work. It's not upright enough. So if I did it, it would need to be closer to this or something. And maybe I can figure out a way to get up here. Or maybe I should be down lower so that I can do something like this. Okay, well, I'll need a better placement for the battery. It would be upright, I just would not have the means to actually access it. No extra rolls of film or anything like that. No. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure how I would get on top of this. This feels like I have the trappings of a incorrect approach. So I think maybe I should rethink things even from the very beginning. If I take one photo here and cut through to gain access to that, then that would leave me with one photo left, and I would only have 2 batteries, which would be suboptimal. So I really do feel like the first photo does have to be of the battery somehow, somewhere, in some way. It feels unavoidable. The first image requires a battery. So what if I do this and cut through here? Okay, I think, well, but then the question is, how do I access the second battery? Maybe there's something, because I do still want to do this solution. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Aha! I think it's starting to come together now. A little bit sloppy, but I got there eventually. 3 batteries. So now what I can do is I can take this photo. Now there are 3 batteries if I can access that battery. And if I rotate this, and now it is upright, and it should give me more or less access to all 3 batteries. This one right here. This one right here. And this one over here. Good puzzle. Some really solid puzzling in Mirren's hub. Yeah, now we're talking. Love that. Sketched. I'll go give it a look. Sketched. Ooh. Yeah, no thanks. Not gonna do that. Sticking with painting. Speedrunning strats. You gotta cut the corners. And they'll fall down. I bet there's probably some pretty cool speedruns of this game, where you get some interesting puzzle optimization. Okay, just 2 challenges left. An optional challenge, and is this a non-optional? Yeah. Okay, then we'll do the optional first. Not a lot left in this hub. I was expecting more answers than I've gotten so far. Okay, a watermelon. Is this a weight plate? Yeah. Pick up watermelon. How much do I weigh? I weigh as much as a watermelon. I don't know if that's accurate. Then again, this is a ginormous watermelon. Great sound. Can I harm the watermelon? I can't throw it. It doesn't really permit that. I wonder if this is why I had so much difficulty throwing those batteries that one time. Okay, fine. All right, so we need additional weight, and we can't do it with just my body. We have a watermelon, but we need something more, whether that's an additional watermelon or something else. Okay, 6 images in this static camera. We can put something there, take an image of it. Ideally, we would place the watermelon here. However, it will roll down the hill, which is not ideal. So, how do we navigate that? Is there anything else we can move? I don't think so. The first thing that comes to mind, and this is probably not a good solution, but you know, you kind of I certainly will not be able to go over there fast enough. Can I wedge this between the camera and the gate? It doesn't show up during that. Is there anything else I can pick up and move? I don't think so. I like the idea of placing it here, but the camera does not swivel. Can I stand on the watermelon? Stand on this. Hold on, hold on. You can't pick up objects underneath you, but what I wanted to do was crouch and pick this up and jump and toss it over and then drop down and take a photo. That would be the ideal solution, I think. This is quite the conundrum. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe the physics will freak out enough that it will launch the watermelon over to here. Surely that is what they intend. Nice. It's a perfect fit. Yeah, I must admit I'm quite vexed. If I just take a photo, what is in it? Nothing, right? So I could use that to cut through something over here. I don't know how any of that would be helpful, though. How would cutting through any of this stone material be helpful? Is there something above? I mean, I don't think so, but right now, I might as well test it. Okay, that can kind of give me a platform, I guess. To what and for what reason, I do not know. Although there is this material here, this sort of sandy material. It does not seem to behave any differently, though. The teleporter was destroyed. Oh no! Yeah, watermelon's gone. Cool. Just as expected. I like how Kate's not even in this one. Kate's just like, you know what? Good luck, man. Good luck. I feel like I'm missing some really vital information, and I don't see any way to navigate around it. The only thing I can think of is because this reacts to me, it's possible that maybe I moved this up and stayed too close to it. Whereas what needs to happen is there's this section here that stays open no matter what, and maybe I can rest the watermelon inside one of these holes like that, and maybe it can get kind of trapped in one of these. But that doesn't seem to be the case. This feels like just enough photos to get to where I'm trying to go, which kind of makes it feel like an appropriate solution, or somewhat moderately intended. Okay. Is there anything over here? No, the answer is no. I guess I could take the watermelon up here, but what exactly does that accomplish? So I'm just wondering if, you know, sometimes when something drops, the scale kind of goes a little bit higher than its actual weight because it's dropping with so much force. So I'm wondering if I can... I'm wondering if I can get up here, get the watermelon to roll off the edge and onto the weight. So I'm wondering... Oh my god, I did such a bad job with this. It's just barely possible. As I am doing this more and more, I am becoming less and less confident that this is the intended solution because it's annoying as hell. So take the watermelon and place it here or something. And carve out space. So maybe it rolls down. But the problem is it's so easy to cut through the watermelon. Case in point. I have a tiny sliver of watermelon. Oh, okay. Oh, I just solved it. I just solved it. It may not seem like I solved it, but I did just solve it. This should not have been this. It should not have been as difficult as I made it out to be. Okay, I understand what we're doing now. Okay. I just took the really long way to get there. Let's rewind everything. Okay. Use camera. Take the photo. Take the watermelon. Drag it over here. Drop it there. Just because now I have a lower vantage. Okay, and we're just gonna cut through that bottom bit. And now it should roll not at all. Look at that. Oh my lord. That truly should not have been nearly as difficult as I made it out to be. But here we are. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna get as many watermelon as I can. Oh, that looks delicious. Even in black and white, that looks so nice. Hey, we just solved the food crisis. World hunger is gone. Uh-oh. Come back. Okay, how much weight did you need? I'll give you this many. All right, that did. Ooh, there's seeds in this one. I mean, I guess there's seeds in all of them, but that one is cut in such a way that it shows the seeds. This is the most delicious optional challenge yet. There should be some sort of basketball mode in this game. That'd be fun. All right, well, I guess I did it. That seems to be enough. Watermelon filter. I completed all the optional challenge levels in the game? But isn't there one more hub left? Watermelon. Oh my god. Yeah, sure. Let's do watermelon. That seems like a certain level of chaos I can get on board with. All right, there's just one more level left. It is not an optional level. It is a level I must complete. And I expect something will happen in this level. Some sort of info dump will happen in this level. Whoa. Oh, okay. We're doing the sketch filter sort of thing. From Aaron. Add-on. I have a blank sheet of paper. Blue. Undeveloped film, something. We need one battery. Wherever it may be. I cannot go through this gate. Hi, Kate. There's a telephone here. No messages. And no phone calls. This is a strange meal. I don't quite know what to make of it. Examine. The sound wave experiments have done my head in. I know there's a way to make it work, but I'm beginning to understand why my brain infuriates the others. I can't blame them for losing patience with me when I can feel my own starting to unravel. I needed a change in perspective, a new way to view the same problem I've been toiling with for... How long has it been? I don't know. It's all blurring together now. If only everything could be as easy as screwing on a new camera lens filter. Some days all I can do is walk around and round in circles through frame after frame, hoping to discover what I'm missing. I can feel it on the tip of my tongue. It's there, the solution. I just need to see it. Well, for all of our sake, Mirren, I hope you find it. So that way you could just tell me what the answer is. Oh. Okay, cool. I assume I can just walk through it and then I'm in Sketch World? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I like that. You're still very normal, Kate. Okay, this needs me to go through the gate again. Ooh. We have multiple different filters. We have the blueprint filter. Obviously, that's not going to work. We just need everything to be back to normal to get through. Ah, there's a log. We have a dithered filter. I thought it was pixelated at first, but it appears to be dithered. And we have an inverted filter.
To be able to take all the principles of physics and turn them on its head, that's what portals do. To think, this is something I could accomplish with limitless resources. It's brilliant. If only it were applicable outside of here. Kate, can you hop through one? I'd love to see if you change colors. Wait, why are you running away? Kate!
The sound is a bit different in the inverted filter as well. And it looks like whichever one I go into, the previous filter takes its place. I don't know if any of the others change. A world in a grain of sand. I would like to see these photos non-inverted. We have a battery. Do I need to bring the battery with me, or do I just go through? I think I just go through. Okay, back through the sketch filter.
You did it.
I did. I'm just gonna go back to normal for my own sake. Okay. We have a teleporter here. The long filament. This looks like it might turn into a filter gate at some point. We have a lever there. We just need to flip the lever and make our way back through. We need to be in the sketch filter to do that, but if we go through the sketch filter, this walkway, this path, dissolves. What's going on over here? We have another gate. Oh, this is the night vision gate. Okay. It's nice to be able to see and experience all of these filters beyond just the photographs. I like that a lot.
Thoughts can be a messy thing.
True. Okay, so we're seeing a more detailed schematics of the weather disruptor, presumably, rather than just sketches, which is nice. This clearly takes a lot of inspiration from telescopes. Failed Violet Rise project data, revisit. Failed sound wave experiment data, revisit. Bagras tree model. Yeah, that experiment kind of failed too, didn't it? Xi Liang's new biofiltration builds. Total equals P-stat plus P for sound pressure conversion. Oh, P-total. I thought they were doing like a portmanteau or something. Trying to coin a new phrase. P-total. Algate silver iodide. From compound seeding to wave seeding plus 20 kilohertz. Wave projectiles must be inaudible, ultrasound. You have to be careful with inaudible sound because that can still damage your ears. Whether it's too high of a frequency for you to hear or too low of a frequency for you to hear, either one could damage your hearing. Wave speed, linear mass density equals mass of the string divided by length of the string, intensity for a spherical wave. Okay, so intensity for spherical wave is the inverse square law, basically. Excerpt from the Algate Cloud Seeding Project report. Field operations resulted in the seeding of 15 to 25 storm events during each season. We can replicate this. Low-frequency sound waves to agitate water vapor particles. Need cheap, durable materials. Think, Mirren, think. Let's see what we can do here. And also if there's anything else. Looks like no. Okay, we're through here. We can jump down this way.
Magnificent athletic feat.
Thanks.
With a cat's grace at that.
That's what they say about me. I do really like this one. I'm guessing this is what the sketch filter is. Oh, right. Okay. So I can come over here and I can flip the switch. And then I have to go back through. But how do you get back through? Well, you have to be in this filter. That was pretty slick. Speedrun tactic. And now our bridge is back. Interesting sound. And our bridge stays active here. And now we're at the right filter to get through. Okay. I like this.
Done well. Traversing this maze of memories and forgotten wonder. I hope your experience has been pleasant so far.
Yeah, it's been nice.
It's been wonderful.
Well, yeah, you haven't had company in a long time. Yeah, I like this gate mechanic. It's fun. Oh, a little hidden area up here. Log?
No. 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 No, 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 no! This can't be! This can't! I must have missed something. Kate, run the records. I need to review my notes.
It's all falling apart. Great performance from Mirren there. The vocal strain on that is really nice.
No. 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 No, 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 no! This can't be! This can't! I must have missed something. Kate, run the records. I need to review my notes.
Is that vocal fry? I never remember what vocal fry actually sounds like. I just always hear it referred to. But yeah, it really sold her desperation, I guess, in that moment. Yeah, we're starting to see things unravel a bit. This idea that she was so sold on is probably not going to work like we hoped, which probably could have been figured out pretty early on just by the fact that it didn't become a reality in the past. CAIT's log. Check the UV exposure readings again. Carbon equals Haraya, hydrogen equals Aaron, oxygen equals Qi Liang. Huh. Were these other researchers physical manifestations of atmospheric elements? Or is this just like their tasks? Their duty is, Haraya's duty is to handle the carbon problem. Aaron's duty is to handle the hydrogen problem. And Qi Liang or A Liang or whatever the fuck is tasked with dealing with oxygen. Now we can start doing, oh, there's a couple more notes. Useless biochar conjecture. She's very frustrated with that. Waste for CAIT's archives. Yeah, she's really starting to get upset with the results. We have a pressure plate. Okay. And obviously you can't just go over here. Yeah. You need a more efficient route. With a blue, that opens this up. Okay, so I think what needs to happen is I will only be able to make it if I can do a straight line all the way through. If I go around any one of these, then it won't. And we know that the gate inherits the last, like when you go through it, the filter that you had becomes the property of that gate. So the next gate I go through will be blue. But we don't want that because this first one is blue. So I need to end with blue. But what I need to do is I need to find the red filter and push it through this gate. So here's the red filter. Good puzzle. So go through this gate. And then I need to find the... so the filter I currently have is this one. Yeah. And I think this should work. Right? Just to double check. Yeah. Pretty easy puzzle, but some solid thinking involved. Okay, here we go. Coming through. Nice. Blueprint.
Isn't making it this far enough?
This is ominous.
Gained all the knowledge this place has to offer.
I don't know, dude.
What was her life's work? And it's meaningful. But it's not right. Not in the way you want.
Ah. Just disappeared. Okay, I feel like we're gonna get some information now. CAIT has been very protective of Mirren, of the researchers in general, and of the research that has been done, of the value of this place. I fear that CAIT is seeing our pursuit at solving the climate as a way to use this place in a way that does not properly value it. And I don't know if that will make CAIT do something drastic or not. This looks like an archive. CAIT's archive, probably. We're doing a little bit of maze stuff. Oh, is this it?
Please.
Please what? Come back, CAIT. Talk to me. What's up?
There's a burden in knowing. One you needn't feel.
Oh, that all hope is lost and that we're doomed to die on this red world? Yeah, bud. I know. It's like that in real life, too. But it's always better to know that you're doomed than to have a hope that is fruitless, because then at least you can plan for disaster. Oh, gorgeous sky. Love that. Also, this design looks really cool. It does. It looks very weapon-like, but it also, I must admit, it looks pretty cool. I like the sound design too. Can I pet you, CAIT? I feel like you need it more than I do. Use switch. I'm about to find out that it does nothing. Imagine this thing is like the perfect solution. It does exactly what we need it to do, exactly what we want it to do, and it solves all of our problems. Then it's like, why is CAIT acting so weird? You know? Maybe it solves all of our problems, but it comes at a terrible cost. But I don't suspect that'll be true. I think it just doesn't do what we need it to do.
It'll only be painful.
That's okay. Life is painful, CAIT. I don't think any less of you if this doesn't work.
It didn't work.
Yeah, you could say that.
Worked. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Mirren, they were all
Where you at?
supposed to find the answer.
Where the hell are you talking from, CAIT? Oh, up here probably. Well, I mean, this thing wasn't even screwed into place, CAIT. If that's what's stopping it from working, then that's a pretty simple problem to solve. It's pretty easy to fix. It'd be one thing if it shot some beams of whatever into the sky and then just nothing happened. I would kind of expect that under most conditions. But the fact that this literally fell to pieces just means that it was poorly constructed. What, did you get Aaron to build this? He's an artist, not a scientific engineer. Not to dismiss what he contributed to the project, but, you know, this is not a problem that he is equipped to fix. Anyway, I still don't blame you, Kate. I think you're a good cat.
Please, don't leave.
Okay. Oh! The tears in Kate's eyes! That's so sad. Oh my god, you're breaking my heart. I'm so sorry for you. I wonder if there's some way that we can get you out. Or if we can visit you regularly. That'd be nice. I would like to do that. Trust me, Kate, with how bad it is out there in the red world, I would want to come back in here pretty regularly just to have some sort of escape. And I would happily come here to visit you and pet you with regularity because it is terrible out there.
This isn't it. It can't be. The solution, it all made sense. The formula, the structure, this should have solved all our problems. This should have been the answer. I need this to be the answer. Why? Why isn't this working? I can't give up.
Then don't. Keep at it. Guys, here's the thing about science. There is a lot of failure in science. You try things and it doesn't work. You try things that you think certainly it should work, and it won't work. That's how science works. And then you try more things, and either you eventually get it to work, or you learn something, and you try to figure out why it doesn't work. And through that, because it's an unexpected failure, eventually you figure out, this is why it didn't work. And you learn something, even through failure. And that's one of the many beautiful things about science. So like this, I'm not too bothered by this. Especially since Mirren was so confident in it. Mirren believed that so many aspects of this seemed right, which means that there is still something to the idea. You just have to figure out why it didn't work. And through that, you can build a better version of this. That's also product design. That's also all sorts of things work like that in the world. Failure is not bad. Failure is an important step to success. Come with me, Kate.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I realized what you were looking for. I didn't have the heart to tell you. An impossible solution for an impossible question. Mirren she was crushed. They all were. I didn't want you to have to feel as they felt. It's a painful burden, knowing.
It's okay, Kate. It's okay. I wish I could kneel down so I could be face to face with Kate. It's okay. Like, look. The world is shit outside of this simulation. I'm no worse off for having explored this. It didn't make my situation any worse. Like, yeah, there was hope that it could make it better, but it didn't make it worse. It's still bad out there. This is no worse than it is for real. So don't beat yourself up too much about it. Okay, now I guess we get to find out what the last hub is. Is it Leung's hub, or is it Kate's hub? Because with how much we're talking to Kate, I think that is a possibility. Like Kate's archives. Because Kate did also mention that there are a bunch of possible solutions they explored. Obviously none of them worked, but maybe there is promise in a different solution. Oh, I missed one of the planets. Damn it. I'll have to go back and find that later maybe I will inject that clip right now.
You've done well, traversing this maze of memories and forgotten wonder. I hope your experience has been pleasant so far. To me, it's been wonderful.
Wow. I must have walked right by that I don't know how many times. I'm sure it was easy to find when I went into collectible mode though, and I definitely probably didn't spend 30 to 45 minutes of combing through every single level to find it. What's next? What's the last place? Time to find out. Question mark? Okay, I guess we go there. 12, so there are quite a bit fewer puzzles there. We had 17 in this one. I figure we go there and I'll just see what it is. Just like we did last time. I'm not going to export too much and we'll call it there. All right, come on, Kate. Let's go. Kate! Kate! Come with me. I can't do this without you. Wow, is Kate really not joining me? Oh, this is kind of a sickly color. It's raining inside the tram.
This is the final piece of their work. What remains? It may be falling apart, but it's home to their memories and to me.
Wow. Okay, so we're seeing sort of a deconstruction theme, disintegration aesthetic. Things are falling apart. Okay, interesting. So, I guess we still don't really know whose hub this is, truly. I suppose we'll leave it there. All right, I'm not sure that I understand anything better than I did before. We just saw more of Mirren and her aspirations and her struggles. And we saw how close she felt like she was to piecing it all together. We encountered the violet infection, which is like a kind of a really cool idea, and I really enjoyed the constraints and limitations those applied to the puzzles. I think some of the puzzles in Mirren's area have been the strongest puzzles throughout the whole game and most satisfying to solve. And I really enjoyed that process. And then we just kind of kept going and kept going and kept going. We don't know any more details about Aliang or Ziliang or whatever the hell was going on there. But we did eventually find the weather disruptor. It doesn't work. We have not yet been in contact with Jessie to inform her that we have found it and that it does not work. But we also don't know exactly why it doesn't work because Mirren was so convinced that it should work. However, we don't have like a report of what went wrong. So it's kind of unclear as to whether we will be able to use the schematics of the weather disruptor to keep working on it outside of the simulation to fix whatever was wrong with it. So that way maybe it does work. I'm not sure if we'll ever get to that point or if we're just saying, well, Kate said it doesn't work and I saw it fall apart in front of me in a really dramatic fashion. So just write it off. Keep moving on. I don't know. And then we got to that last hub and we still don't know exactly whose hub it is. Maybe it's not anybody's hub. Maybe it's just a weird deconstructive amalgam of the others. Maybe it's just like the last fleeting thoughts of the research team. I don't know. So I am guessing that the next video will be the last one in Viewfinder and that I will finish the game next time. I don't know if there's any more beyond that hub. I would, of course, like to see the outside real world, the red world. I would like to see that space again, even if it's just once I'm done with the last hub and we have exited the simulation. I feel like I need to be reconnected to that space. And I don't know how they're going to wrap it up. I don't know how they're going to approach this. It does seem like it is hurtling towards a really depressing ending. It could be argued that it was a really depressing beginning as well. It is just like a really dire subject. And of course, one that I and a lot of the rest of us can relate to. Although clearly, not exactly one-to-one with how things are today. So yeah, I am enjoying it. I think it's cool. I like this game. I look forward to hopefully finishing it next time. Feel free to join me then. But until then, check out some of the other videos on this channel. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. I'll see you next time on Viewfinder.